the
Jersey Shore
podcast.
I know
That you know that we know what's up. From Seaside to Sandy Hook, Yes No Productions presents your official guide to everything in fun and entertainment, the Jersey Shore Podcast.
.com.
Coming at you live from the Ocean 11 in breezy Bradley Beach, New Jersey.
Yo vivo aquí.
With me, as always, a go-getter geared up with gallons of gusto, DJ.
Thank you, Joe. With me tonight is my good friend. He's a bass-playing black belt with a big heart, and he's also my best friend since the second grade. Who's with us tonight, Joe? We have a star in the house.
Tonight we have
A star is
one
crashed here.
of the original macho men, Mr. Felipe Rose from the Village People. Woo!
What's up, guys?
Totally
Hey,
psyched.
welcome.
You guys, man, I'm glad to be here for the first podcast show.
The first video one.
Video,
yes.
yeah.
ever.
Hello, everybody.
Episode 124.
Yes, and we're very
Now
excited to
and forever.
welcome Felipe Rose from the
Awesome.
Village People, the legendary Village People.
Exactly. A legendary in the house. I got an amazing story about the Village People. As a kid, I remember watching, I think it was like, did you guys ever do like the Electric Company or anything like that? Were you ever on that or anything like that? Or like Sesame Street or something?
Sesame Street.
All right,
Wow.
so I remember,
Sesame Street.
I
From
definitely
Sesame Street
remember.
to the Jersey Shore Podcast.
Serious man. I remember watching and being unbelievably like immersed and watching, especially the YMCA thing, because I remember I was learning how to swim at the YMCA in Long Branch, right there in Long Branch,
Right.
right on Broadway, and I just remember looking at that and being like, this is awesome, and I remember singing it and everything, of course that one, and Macho
And kids
Man.
are still singing it.
It's
That's
amazing.
still crazy
Yep,
and
yep.
amazing that little kids today, they go to the shows,
Yeah, definitely.
And they literally in Australia, we just returned.
Yeah.
And they run up to the stage.
That's
All
amazing.
these little kids, waving at us. So we have
Yeah,
to,
it's
we have to
fantastic.
tone the bumps and grinds down.
just like
Doggone it.
Well, let me give you a little background on Felipe.
Yeah, do it.
Felipe Rose is best known as the Native American Indian attired vocalist in the world-famous Village People.
Nice.
Hey.
Having spent the last 30 years traveling the globe with the Village People as the ambassadors of disco.
34.
34
Wow,
and
34.
counting. And
Oh,
counting,
man.
right?
Still rocking.
In 1996, he started the Tomahawk Group, an innovative entertainment company that encompasses songwriting and record development. Felipe Rose started his
Awesome.
solo career in 2001 and has received much worldwide notoriety for donating a gold single of YMCA to the Smithsonian Museum
Oh,
in 2005.
Nice, archived it up.
Felipe Rose is a much sought-after personality for appearing at events and fundraisers. To contact him for more info, visit his website, feliperose.com.
Woo!
And we're honored to have you here tonight. Thanks for coming.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
so
thank
much.
you. You know that 2005 donation to the Smithsonian, it was actually they were asking for donations for the museum, and being that I was already a member, I thought, well, okay, how much money can they really need?
Yeah.
Do they really want? Well, let me offer them something that I've got. That's I've got gold records
Yeah.
or whatever. So I write them a letter, and the curator of the museum said, well, we're not really sure what kind of value it really has, so we would have to take it up with the curating, the board.
The board.
And you got smacked.
So I
Yeah.
so I called Dick Clark. So I said, they said, well, we don't. The question they asked was, what's the value of it?
Yeah.
So I called Dick Clark. He would be the man that would know.
You got
Yeah,
Dick Clark on speed dial. Just
That's
call him
right.
up.
Well, I know him, and so he said, "Well, actually, there's actually no real price on it. They're priceless."
Exactly. How
I
do you
said,
put a
"Well,
price on something
Well, can
like
I get that in? Can you send that in a letter?" And he
Yeah.
said, "Sure." And he had benefited from the Macho Man gold single I had given him. So he wrote me the letter, and I forwarded it to them.
Yeah.
And he said that it's priceless. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
he said, on second thought,
Yeah.
we'll take that gold
Yeah, isn't
record.
that
Here comes the red
amazing?
carpet.
Yeah.
Village People, come on down.
That's right.
Unbelievable.
And so the day on my birthday, that day I went to the Museum of the American Indian in D.C.
Oh, that's beautiful. I've
And
been there.
and then
It's
there were
unbelievable.
like a ton of people in the rotunda there, the Potomac Rotunda.
Yeah.
And they did the official presentation with papers to sign. authenticating that, you know, it's a gold record.
Yeah.
They played YMCA. They gave me a plaque, this thing, and all these kids from all over the world were there that day. So it was pretty
nice
pretty
birthday.
Cool.
That is a tremendous
nice.
museum,
And then
too.
basically, you know, they said, well, this will actually, what I said was, and when presenting it, that unlike Kachina dolls and baskets and rattles and things like that, that this record will be a testament to all future Native and Indigenous artists around the world, that they'll have something to look at 100 years from now.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
It's fantastic.
Well, Joe, let's make this official. Let's get into it. It's time for Rapid Interrogation.
Rapid Interrogation!
With Felipe Rose, the world-famous Village People. We're going to sit him down and find out everything we need to know about his past, present, and future. Let's start with, where are you originally from, Felipe?
Actually, originally from Brownsville, Brooklyn.
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard a little Brooklyn up in that.
That's in the house, right?
You'll take Felipe out of Brooklyn, but you can't take the Brooklyn out of Felipe.
That's right.
But actually, my mom, she left Puerto Rico when she was 7 years old, and then grew up in New York City.
Cool.
So it was in the early 50s that she met my dad, who was relocated by trade from Pine Ridge Reservation as a welder.
Wow.
And then she was, I think, going off to an audition to the original Copacabana.
Oh, which I've been to.
And he was coming down on a steel piece of girder or something.
Like a Greek god.
Yeah, and she looked up and he was coming down, and she said,
sparks were flying from the welding. There was flames and embers.
Yeah, she told me the story when they said, sadly they separated when I was small because her Pentecostal Puerto Rican family thought he was a savage. They knew nothing about American Indians. But I mean, he and I are close today, and we found each other like 20 some odd years ago. So our relationship is stronger than ever.
Yeah.
My mother passed, but I mean, if it wasn't for their timing, that, you know, two unseemingly different people from vast cultures would meet up, and then the product would be me. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
quite
definitely.
a coincidence to make the world famous Village People come to fruition.
Really.
And
from seed to legend.
what kind of posters did you have on your wall growing up? Who did you?
You know, honestly, I had the Beatles.
Oh, nice. Now, have you ever met any of the Beatles?
No. The Jackson
Not yet.
5.
Not yet.
Not yet. The Jackson 5.
Have you ever met any of the Jackson 5?
The Monkees.
Nice.
I've met Peter Dolans.
Who else?
Mickey Dolans.
Who else? I can't remember. All I knew is that when I first heard Michael Jackson singing, I think it was Ben, the song Ben.
Yeah.
I said, that's what I want to do.
Nice.
And
so he was your inspiration.
And I thought, okay, well, I want to be a singer.
Yeah.
But my mother being a dancer, and she grew up in that world, she had a lot of artists that were always at the house.
Right.
And a lot of Latin artists and Afro-Cuban artists.
Cool.
And Miles J was there, the famous
just hanging
jazz.
out.
Well, they would party.
Yeah. Joe knows jazz.
Yeah.
Joe
And I
knows
would be
jazz.
under the table drinking whatever glasses of wine and liquor would be around.
Right.
They'd find me passed out at 3, 4 years old under the table, drunk.
What are you doing?
I was hanging out with the choreographer for the Miami Heat cheerleaders the other day, and he told me a funny Michael Jackson joke. He said, Michael Jackson's the only person who was born a poor black boy and died a crazy white woman.
Oh,
Dude,
we actually worked with him.
Did you really?
Yeah. I actually found a rare fine photo of him with us. Bruce Jenner, Valerie Perrine,
Whoa.
and Jane Fonda was sitting on my knee.
Nice.
Wow.
That's a good photo.
That is a
great
good photo.
That's a good photo.
That's like real people right there.
Yeah. So, you know, I graduated from high school, and then I decided, let me get out of Brooklyn, and
Where do you live now?
I live here in Asbury Park.
Look at that, a local,
And
local
too.
Jersey Shore, Felipe Rose, right here, our very
I have a
own.
condo in Asbury and 8th Avenue, and then I have a big Cape house up on Neptune.
Nice.
Now here's one that was sent in by a friend of mine. If you could switch costumes with anyone else in the Village People, who would it be and why?
The cop.
Yeah?
Because I go around arresting. I arrested the
Tired of being harassed?
on the minute. Handcuffs, I will put them to good use.
You will respect my authority.
You would expect me to respect you.
Good answer.
That's a
Good
great
answer.
answer. Oh, man.
Is it? How fun is it really to stay at the YMCA? I mean,
You know, really, honestly, really, I don't know.
right.
I
never spent the night.
Never, no.
You think you would have to?
The thing is, the thing about the album that it was on, it was the cruising album, was because the song "I'm a Cruiser" that went into
that cruising album right there.
That went into the song "I Love the Women."
Great song.
And we did a send up to all Donna, Diana, all these Hollywood women.
Right.
And then when we were recording the album, we stopped for a lunch break, and then when we returned from lunch, our ex-producer, the late Jacques Morelli,
he's the brainchild.
He's the brainchild. Yeah, he's the one that saw me in the clubs dancing with all my gear, half naked to the bone.
Indian regalia.
Loincloth, flip it out, and there it is, hanging out there for everybody to look
Sign
at.
that guy.
Sign that guy. He's hung. I mean, he's hot. And he said, he asked us, he said, his question was, in his French accent, qu'est-ce que c'est EMCA?
MCI? What the heck is that?
EYMCA.
Oh!
And that's what we said.
Wow.
Oh!
Y is E in front, right?
And then when I think someone in the room said, that means Young Man's Christian Association. And very quickly, that without a hesitation, he turned around and said, oh, we're going to write a new song. And he went right into like, young man, da 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 da, young man. And the song was done in 20 minutes.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
And I thought, oh, Jesus Christ, we're going to hell. This song sucks.
Yeah, right.
Now, did you ever get asked to sponsor the YMCA? Or
they hated us.
They hated it?
Yeah, they sued us.
Oh, wow.
It was actually Dick Clark on Dick Clark Live when the song was, it was Neil Bogart that said this is going to be the hit on the album, the single. Yeah. And when it was released, Dick wanted us to go immediately fly from Brazil to perform it on Dick Clark Live, which used to be at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on the East Coast. And he said, they're threatening to sue you, but I have my lawyers, my battery of lawyers. You go on. I will pay for all the legal fees.
Wow.
And we went on, and they, of course, dropped their lawsuit.
When Dick Clark's got your back, you listen.
You absolutely. And the song sold 3.5 million records, like, after that one show.
I bought one.
And 12 million albums, 12 million singles around the world.
Yeah.
So the money was...
Now, besides your own CDs, the Village People and your own, name 2 CDs that you think everyone should listen to.
2 CDs that everyone should listen to? I'm going to say... what is this?
Album, CDs.
Well, yeah. Oh, God. Is the now you got me on the spot right now.
No, don't worry.
It's a classic. Is it the Grateful Dead? On the other side of
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
Oh, the Dark Side of the Moon.
That.
Wow. All
right. And let's see. Another classic. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out the.
I know you'll survive this. Come on.
The Beatles, the White Album.
Okay.
Nice. Cool.
So we got White Album and Dark Side of the Moon, covering all angles here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love my music. You know, everything from classic rock to pop to funk, R&B, James Brown. Hey, you know, I mean, Latin music, my classical music. Yeah. I mean, you know, the taste of the group's eclectic taste in music. The group, we listen to everything from jazz to opera. The Soldier, he's opera trained.
Right.
Matter of fact, I was sitting next to him in business coming back from Argentina. So I said, can I...
One of the few original members still.
Yes, Alex Briley. Yeah. So can I get that seat? Because I really don't want to sit. I want to be on the aisle. So we switched seats. And I said, well, what are we listening tonight, Alex? Yeah. He says, we're going to be listening to Beverly Sills and Leontine Price. And I said, fire it up. And we plugged in that. We put on these big headsets.
Oh, nice.
And we just sat there, and he just gave me his whole, you know, on his iPod.
Yeah, awesome.
His whole classical.
It was great to get into someone else's iPod. Like
it was I like to put it on shuffle, though. Because, you know, then I like to hear opera, and then all of a sudden, you know, Lady Gaga.
You don't know what's coming next.
Right.
Speaking of which,